Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. Today we're going to look at the month of June, the metal horse month, Geng Wu, from a feng shui and flying stars perspective. Every month we've got certain stars that fly into particular areas of our home or our office, and we want to make sure that we max out the positive energies that we find in those areas, because our space matters. Yeah, we spend a lot of time in our space, whether that's an office or your actual home, you spend a lot of time there. So it's important that you make use of the energies that you find there. Now, for those of you who are completely new to this, don't worry, this is super simple. All you need to do is stand in the center of your home or your office and look at the compass. You have that on your mobile phone. Look at the compass and see where do you have these directions, north, east, south, west, and so on. And then just follow the guidance that I'm giving you here. Even if you don't understand the flying stars chart that you see on the screen, don't worry, just follow the guidance that I'm giving you for each of these sectors so you know what to do and what not to do. All right, now let's get started with the best sectors of the month. So the best sector of the month is the east sector. Here we have the monthly number 8. So that's the monthly cash flow star. So that's already great. If you're working from home and you're self-employed, or if you are a freelancer and you have the opportunity to work in the East sector, then by all means go ahead and do that, because this is definitely the best area to be in the entire month of June. It will help you get more contracts. It will help you get more orders in. Now, it is related to more work, yeah? So it's not just money is going to fall into your lap. It is related to more work, but it is obviously a good thing to get more work, especially if you're a freelancer or self-employed. So definitely a good area. And also it's a great sector to be in if you want to plan your budget, or if you go over your financial plans, if you want to restructure your finances. Anything that has to do with financial matters is greatly supported by the East sector. Now, you will also find this sector very helpful in terms of finding advice and noble people, as we call them. So if you need to reach out to someone for help or assistance, this is also a great sector to do it from. So overall, I would say this is definitely the best area of your home or your office. Now, if you don't use it for work, sleep is also fine. Yeah, don't worry. There are absolutely no negative side effects at all in this particular area. Now, the other really, really good sector is the Northeast, where we have the monthly number 4, and together with the annual 6, it actually forms a combination of 10. Now, every time we see this combination of 10, especially one with 2 auspicious stars, it means that there is the possibility of a collaboration or a partnership. So if this is your bedroom, for example, this has more to do with personal relationships. So your personal relationships improve. Or if you're single, there's a more of a chance to find someone, reach out to people. And if you are using this space as an office space or to work, then there's heightened opportunities or chances for partnerships and collaborations. Yeah, so make use of that if this is what you're looking for. Now, as a standalone star, the monthly number 4 has 2 usages. So one is what we call the peach blossom star. This has all to do with romance luck. Yeah, basically it makes you more likable. So the more time you spend in the Northeast, the more likable you become. Yeah, not to say that you're not likable already, but it somehow makes you more attractive. And if you're single, obviously that's great. So do all of your hunting for a partner in the Northeast sector. So if you want to reach out to a potential partner or a crush of yours, do it in the Northeast. Do all your swiping in the Northeast. Send out your WhatsApp messages or whatever. Invite people out for lunch or dinner or coffee. Do that in the Northeast. Now, if you are not single and you don't need to use it for that particular purpose, the number 4 is also what we call an academic star. So you can use it to study a subject matter or to learn something. Or if you do have children, put them in the Northeast sector. for their homework, and it'll be easier for them to focus and to concentrate and to actually get shit done. All right. So Northeast, again, overall a great area. And then we've got the Southeast sector. Now the Southeast, with the monthly number 9, this is an area that just brings a little bit of joy, happiness, celebration. So if you felt a little bit down the last few months, maybe spending more time in the Southeast would actually lift up your mood and increase your productivity as well, and just your overall positive outlook on life. Yeah, so make use of these energies. Now, as a business owner, you can also use this sector. It's great for anything related to partnerships, setting up maybe meetings with staff, coming to agreements, signing agreements, signing documents, celebrating something like a win in the company, or launching something. That is also something that you can do in the Southeast. So for business owners, I would say all 3 areas, the Northeast, the East, and the Southeast, are actually great. The East and the Southeast probably a little bit more geared towards making money. So make use of that. Now, if you do have the master bedroom in the Southeast, that is definitely also a very, very positive thing, because the number 9 pertains to happiness, harmony. Yeah, so you can look forward to harmonious relationship energies during the month of June. Now, there's one sector here, the North, with the monthly number 6. So the monthly number 6 generally is a good star. Together with the 8, you may become a little bit too authoritative, but you know, never mind. So generally the number 6 is a neutral star, a positive star. And you can use this if you would like to advance in your career. Maybe you want to make a career shift, or you are gearing towards a promotion. So anything that has to do with climbing the career ladder, or maybe finding a new job, you can do in the North sector. Yeah, so do that there. Just make sure that you don't become too aggressive. Yeah, together with this, the 6 and 8 gives you leadership qualities, but tends to make you a little bit too stubborn sometimes and unyielding. So as long as you're able to recognize this and tone it down, it shouldn't be a problem at all. Now, then we have the areas in your home or your office that are not so positive. Doesn't mean that you can't use them. You can use all areas of your home. You just need to be a little bit careful of what you do in these sectors. So let's start with the Southwest sector here. We've got the monthly number 7. So that one here, I don't necessarily think that this is overly negative, but that also depends very much on what you're doing there. So the number 7 is very good for people in my industry, for example. So if you're in metaphysics, or if you're in energy healing, Chinese metaphysics or Western metaphysics, doesn't really matter. Anything that has to do with spirituality, if this is what your job is, your career, your business, then you'll actually benefit from working in the Southwest, because the number 7 pertains to that. Also, if you need your ability to speak and convince others, then the number 7 is also extremely helpful. So personally, I'm going to be using the Southwest sector quite a lot. And to everybody who is in the same or similar industry, make use of the Southwest. It's definitely, it will definitely support you in your efforts. Now, it can create some discontent, though, or some sort of disagreements among the members of the household if you spend too much time there, or it can also make you a little bit more susceptible to scams. So just be a little bit careful. Awareness is all that is needed, right? You don't need to deactivate anything. Usually it's just awareness that's lacking, and that's why we are making mistakes or falling into sort of traps. So with that number 7, just be very, very diligent whenever you conduct a business meeting, or when someone approaches you with a business idea. The one thing I probably would recommend against is to light any sort of candles in the Southwest sector for the duration of the month, because that may aggravate the more negative expressions of the number 7. All right, but other than that, it's quite okay. Now then we've got the West with the number 3. So the West sector generally, from an annual perspective, is not the best sector to be in. I would say as long as you don't do any hammering, drilling, renovation, or anything like that, the West is probably quite okay. But the moment you disturb this area with too much activity, and definitely anything to do with moving furniture around, making a lot of noise, or renovating the place, or even just putting a hammer or a nail into the walls, that can greatly aggravate the West sector, and then we would have to mitigate. Now, together with the monthly 3, this is a sector that just indicates a lot of money loss, financial losses. So be very, very careful about what you do in the West sector this month. I would say avoid any sort of financial decisions being taken in the West sector. Don't sign any contracts and agreements while you're in the West sector. Don't do your budgeting and your financial planning in the West, because you're just going to be you're going to be off, and you're going to be losing quite a lot of money. So make sure that these types of activities you refrain from doing in the West. Everything else is probably fine, but not the best energies all around. Now then we've got the Northwest sector here with the number 2, the monthly number 2. So this is an illness star. Now I would say if you are fairly young, if you are healthy, if you feel good, then you don't have to worry too much about this. Yeah, you may get maybe a little bit more of a headache every now and then, or a sore throat, or a stomach upset, but that's literally it. However, if you are chronically struggling from a certain disease or illness, or if you're just recovering from an illness, then probably don't spend too much time in the Northwest sector. Avoid it as a bedroom, again, unless you are healthy. And don't expose yourself too much to these energies. Otherwise, it's just going to take more time to recover. And if you are pregnant, or if you have a small infant at home, I would say also probably the Northwest sector is not the ideal sector to spend much time or to sleep in, if you want to avoid complications, or just, a difficult pregnancy, especially if you're in the first trimester. So yeah, be a little bit careful with that. Now, as a business owner though, especially if most of your clients are females, the Northwest sector is great this month. So if you're self-employed, if you are a freelancer, if you're working from home, and a lot of your clients are females, middle-aged females, then the Northwest sector would make a great area to work in. And then lastly, we've got the South sector here with the monthly number 5. And the monthly number 5, we call it the calamity star or the disaster star, because, very scary names, but it's not that bad. As long as you don't do any major activities in the South sector this month, you'll be fine. You can sleep there, it's okay. Yeah, as long as you don't renovate the sector in the month of June, you'll be absolutely fine. You won't have to worry about anything. Now, as a business owner, or working from home, maybe the South sector is not ideal. So I would probably move, if you can, to the Northeast, the East, or the Southeast for work, or even the Northwest, if your main clientele are women. South sector is not so positive and brings just a lot of obstacles. If you are of ill health, then the South sector is also not really supportive of you. And again, for pregnant women and small infants, the South sector is not entirely positive. I would probably remove myself from this area if I were pregnant in the first trimester or have a small infant. And definitely don't sign any contracts, any legal agreements in the South this month. But anything else, you're absolutely fine to do there. It's not quite as scary as the name would imply. All right. So I hope that you have a really, really good month of June, that you're enjoying the month of the Metal Horse. Hopefully you guys get some time off as well. I don't know, some of you may go on vacation, so take time off, enjoy life a little bit. And if you do have any questions, any comments, of course, get in touch with me, put a comment in the comment section below, or contact me directly. My email address is in the description to the video. All right, see you guys soon. Take care.